I'd like to call the Development Review Board meeting to order for Tuesday, October 15th.
Okay, first item on our agenda are the minutes from last time, from our last meeting.
Make a motion to approve the minutes. All of those in favor?
Great, thank you. All right, we do have a oath statement that we ask folks to sign if they do speak to the board this evening, and that's up at the podium. So we ask you to sign that before you speak. And the oath statement says, I solemnly swear or affirm under the pains and penalty of perjury, the statements I make, testimony I give, and other evidence I submit to the board at the board's public hearing held on this date shall be true and correct to the best of my knowledge and belief. And again, that's right up on the podium there when you have a chance, if you're going to speak this evening. Next item on our agenda is any disclosure of ex parte communications or conflicts of interest regarding the hearing that is scheduled for this evening. Seeing none? Okay, good. We do have one hearing this evening. It's Bradley Roy at 1124 Harwood Hill, seeking approval for agricultural equipment sales on that property. You will recall a couple of meetings ago, the board issued a recess memo that requested some additional information, including a detailed site plan and an 1111 permit or information from V-Trans that a permit, such a permit would not be required for this use. And so it looks like Mr. Roy is here this evening. If you have any information that you'd like to present, Brad, I do note that I have not received any information to date from that request, so I don't have any additional information to share. That's why none was in your packet.
Hello, Bradley Roy, 1124 Harwood Hill. Pretty much what I am seeking for tonight is just the Vermont zoning compliance certification, just the signature of that. I can, if you want to look at it, I can show it to you.
So Brad, until there's a permit granted, we can't sign a compliance certificate regarding zoning. So
What's that?
we cannot, just some explanation here. So Mr. Roy is attempting to get a dealer license, I believe, from the state of Vermont for his agricultural equipment sales. That requires a certificate that asserts or attests that property is in compliance with the zoning. And until that property has been granted a permit by this board, I'm unable to sign it. And so that is what the status of that particular document is.
So you want to see the doc?
You can certainly share it, but as I've noted, until the board votes to approve the project, it can't be signed.
Yeah, we'll share it here. Right now, it's not.
So Brad, you're asking the board to approve your project and then authorize the signature of that compliance certificate? Is that what you're requesting?
No, just to approve that it's the right zoning. That's all that is.
Okay. Well, that particular certification cannot be signed until you have a permit for that project, and there is no permit issued as of yet.
So it's not, so you can't do it with just zoning?
No, sir.
Okay.
We did give you a memorandum explaining what we need as a board for them to make a decision regarding your permit application. So do you have any intent to submit that information, or?
No.
Okay. All right. I don't know if the board has any questions for Mr. Roy?
I make a motion to go into deliberative session.
Well, we have members from the audience.
Do you guys have any comments or things you want to say?
Not at this time.
Okay. All right.
Mr. Chairman, instead of that motion you're going to make, maybe we could make one to deny with prejudice so we can bring it back again.
You mean without prejudice?
Deny it for now, you can bring it back.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's not showed up for
Yeah.
two meetings so far.
Okay, so we have
Deny
a
with
motion.
prejudice.
Yeah.
So it's a motion on the floor to deny the application without prejudice to reapply.
Get those mixed up all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
So there's a motion, then there would need to be a second.
So we can bring it back.
Well, as long as he understands what we're doing.
Yep, we can certainly discuss that once the motion's made.
She's second.
Okay.
All of those in favor?
You guys,
All those opposed?
you guys abstaining?
We understand, but we can't vote.
Yeah, right, you're going to abstain. Okay. So did you get that, Linda? 2 abstention? So Brad, what they've done is they've denied the application without prejudice. So if you want to come back, you have every right to do so, but you would have to re-warn it, re-notify the neighbors, et cetera. And we could then start the process over for them to review.
They give you time to get all that stuff together. We aren't here.
No? Oh, might be easier going to New York. Thank you.
Okay. All right, that was the one and only hearing this evening. We do have some other business, some very important other business. Namely is the election of a vice chair. Since Charles has assumed the position of chairperson, we do need to have someone in the wings just in case Charles is unable to make a meeting, so we don't have to squabble over who gets to be chair for that meeting.
Why nominate Jane?
Okay.
I'm traveling too much. I've just come back from Savannah, Georgia.
Well, then you just can't drive.
I came in this morning, I opened the mail, and here I am. I'm lucky. You know, guys, you're asking, I have too much family, and at this point, I'm giving her.
So you decline the nomination?
I do.
Okay.
I was the last person here. My commitments are minor. I am in town, you know, as far as distance and such. I'm learning. I have no problem with stuff.
I hear a volunteer, it sounds like.
I know. I was not in the military, but I made that mistake of volunteering for something. So, I mean, the only thing I
I
have
make a
is, you
motion that
know,
we vote.
lack of
So
experience.
you're going to nominate Mr.,
Yeah.
okay, Mr. Murray?
Who did you nominate?
Daniel.
Dan Murphy.
Dan Murray.
No worries. It's all good.
Jane is seconded.
All those in favor?
Oh, there we go.
All right.
Vice chair.
Congratulations,
Oh,
sir.
yeah, I'm sure.
Warm body.
Thank you.
Yeah,
was like,
thank you very
calm down.
much. We appreciate
Make
that.
a motion to adjourn?
Oh,
Wait a minute.
not yet. Some other business. Go ahead.
Just a question, next meeting is election day, I believe.
It is unfortunately,
Is that going to be postponed for us, or?
we do have a hearing scheduled, so if at least 4 of you can make it, that would be appreciated. It is, it's a minor application for a construction of a single-family dwelling in the floodplain. They have done all their necessary paperwork and gotten the comments from the state. The issue, I would normally postpone it, but they're very anxious to get the foundation in the ground this fall, so I did say we'd try to get a quorum, and if we can't, then it would move to the next meeting. So if folks can make it, we appreciate it. It would be in this room, obviously, and you'll have to go through the polling station to get here, but it shouldn't be too bad of a gauntlet, so hopefully most of you folks can make it, and we do appreciate that. One other item I wanted to bring up, and I don't have a strong preference one way or the other, it's just that all of our other regularly scheduled meetings, select board, planning commission, other boards, are at 6 o'clock instead of 6:30. So I don't know if 6:30 feels good for you guys, or if 6 o'clock is better. I wouldn't change it any earlier, because folks do have to get here after work. But I do note that all the other meetings are at 6. So I don't have a strong personal preference, but I know we've had discussions in the past when we reorganized about timing, the time that we meet. So we can keep it at 6:30 and end this discussion, or we can certainly talk about having it start at 6. So what's the board's pleasure?
No opinion here, don't care.
I get out at 6 o'clock, so.
6:30 it is. Done. All right, perfect. All right, so that, the end of the discussion. So I don't have any other business.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Ooh, do I get a business card?
I'll second, give it up.
All those in favor?
And thanks, everybody, for coming out tonight.